going on, guys, and welcome to a FIFA 16 AFC Bournemouth player ratings prediction video. As you know, if you're a long-time subscriber or if you're new, I'm telling you now, I'm an AFC Bournemouth fan. We've just got promoted to the Premier League. It's our first time in our history in the Premier League, and it's pretty awesome. I'm looking so forward to it. It's insane. Now, I thought I'd bring this video out to you guys as we have signed a couple of new players, and the players that we do have are pretty insane. You know, they won us the league, and we came up against some good opposition last year. You know, we beat the likes of West Brom, we played Liverpool, we played Villa, we played Real Madrid a couple of years ago, like 2 years ago or something like that, at Dean Court in Bournemouth. So like the likes of Ronaldo and co were at Bournemouth. So we're developing as a club. Now for me, next year, I know it's going to be a bit of a struggle, but with Jason Tindall and Eddie Howe at the throne, I believe we will be able to stay up. And with the players we brought in and the tactics that we use, I actually know that we'll stay up. I'm predicting about a 16th, maybe 15th finish, and then we're going to push on from there and sign some better players. So the first signing we actually made this year was Arthur Boruc on a free. Obviously we had him last year on a permanent, on a loan from Southampton, but this year we've signed him on a free, and he is now our player. And he was a fantastic goalkeeper last year for us in the Championship, and hopefully next year he can be equally as fantastic. Now at right back, we're going with Francis now. He got a team this season in FIFA 15, and my God, this guy's insane. Him and Richie on the right-hand side are just incredible. They're so good together, and to be fair, that looks like an okay silver card for the BPL. You know, he's got okay pace, and then he'll have good physical and defending stats, and again, he's a quite tall right-back. Now at centre-backs, we're going with Steve Cook first. Obviously, these players are going to get upgraded, but not as much as they could, but you know what I mean. So again, you'd see that it's not really going to be a silver that's used too much, but again, it's an okay silver in Steve Cook. He's a good solid centre back, but with the signings of Distan and Tyrone Mings, I'm not too sure how the defence is going to play next year, because we've got two fantastic centre backs already in the squad. So adding to them, I don't know what Howe's thinking is behind it, but hopefully in Howe we trust, and hopefully it's going to be good. So now we've got the club captain Tommy Elflick, as my phone goes off. But yeah, Tommy Elflick had a fantastic season. Obviously signed him from Brighton, I believe. He's had a couple of injuries along the way and whatnot, but again, he's not really a centre back that would be used in Ultimate Team with 54 pace. He's pretty shit, but again, he's still a fantastic defender, and he'll be one player that's very, very key to us staying up. Now at left back, we've gone with Charlie Daniels. Again, looks to be a very solid left back card for next year's BPL. He's got good pace, okay dribbling, and the rest of his stats are okay as well. If he gets a 70 rated card, he might be more appealing due to his pace, but other than that, I can't really see anyone using him apart from myself in a Bournemouth side, which I build every year, and you'll see a squad builder on the ultimate or the most or the best possible Bournemouth side in a couple of days or a couple of weeks or whatever in the near future, let's say. You'll see that, but Charlie Daniels is their left back. Now, right wing, we've got Matt Ritchie. He's a fantastic player in real life. He is so good, he is so underrated, and for me, he deserves much more pace than 76. You know, he is a fast player. He deserves 4-star skills. He's got tricks in his bag. His left foot is an absolute rocket. He's got fantastic dribbling. His passing is on point. He's just an absolute beast. Now, he's one of the reasons that we got promoted, because his assists, his goals, his work rate was just incredible. And yeah, Matt Ritchie is a very, very good player, and one to watch out for next year in the BPL. Then we got Andre Sermon, another player that's obviously made his move to the Dean Court permanent. Obviously, I think he was on loan for us the year before, and then last season we made it like a done deal and signed him from Norwich. But he's a very good card. He's got good pace, good dribbling, good physical, and good passing stats. And if this is his card next year, then I will definitely use it in a couple of squads, because that is what I look for in a good CM. Then we got Matt Harriata. Obviously, again, got a team this year. Potentially could be a rare card, but I didn't want to flood the team with rare cards. So for the video's sake, I gave him a non-rare card. Again, like Sermon, he's got all the right stats in all the right positions. So again, if he is rare, I will probably use him in a couple of my BPL squads. Left wing, we got Mark Pugh. 4-star skills and 4-star weak foot. I think he has. He's got okay pace and okay dribbling. But again, you know, when I do these sort of videos with lower clubs, they're not going to be used as much. But Mark Pugh was a good influence for us last season. He got himself a couple of goals, a couple of important goals as well, and he played a big role in our promotion. So at striker, we've got Jan Kermigan. Again, a fantastic player, but he's a different option to what we have up front. Because you know our strikers are Callum Wilson, because he's been all over the news, links with like the likes of Liverpool and all them clubs. But Kermigan is a different option. He's taller and he's more of like a physical presence up front. You know, a bit like Kenwyne Jones was when he came to us on loan for the last couple of games of the season. But yeah, I wouldn't really use him. He's not that fast. He'll have an okay finishing on him. He's got good shooting and good physical, and he'll be good in the air. But, you know, it's not really a good-looking card, is it really? Low pace and then a non-rare status. It's not really what you look for. But hopefully he'll get an inform next season, and that could be more appealing to a couple of you players. Now, the next player is obviously Callum Wilson. Absolute beast. Absolute legend. Next year, for me, this card will be the Danny Ings of FIFA 15. So if you know how good Danny Ings is on Ultimate Team, this is how good Wilson will be next year. He's got fantastic pace, fantastic shooting, fantastic dribbling, and fantastic physical stats. Now, if you haven't already tried out his team of the season in FIFA 15, which is a 74 rated silver, mate, go and do it. It's insane. It's the best striker that's silver on the game with team of the season Dybala. But Callum Wilson is an absolute fantastic player, and we've done so well to keep hold of him. It looks to be anyway for another year or so. But again, Callum Wilson, fantastic player, and next year he'll be so good in the BPL. Moving on to the bench, we've got Dan Gosling. He's a good player, you know. He didn't really feature too much because he was injured last year for a long part of the season. But good shooting, passing and dribbling stats along with good physical stats. His pace and defending, though, it's mediocre. It's okay, you know. You could potentially use that in a English silver BPL team or whatever. But yeah, Dan Gosling. Next, we got Takalo Ranti. He's an absolute legend, you know. He tries so hard, and it just doesn't really work for him at the minute now. He does need game time, so I won't be surprised if he actually gets loaned out. You know, we've loaned out Ryan Fraser to Ipswich and sold Brett Pittman in the past couple of days when we signed Mings. And I can potentially see Ranti going out on loan, to be honest with you, because otherwise he didn't really hit it off in the Championship, so he's not really going to hit it off in the BPL of his first season, if you know what I mean. If he gets a year away or a year of like solid game time, I can see him coming back to us as a fantastic player because he's got bags of pace, he has skills, and he's a very good player, and he puts in a shift when he needs him to. Now we've got Adam Smith at right back, sorry, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, good pace and good dribbling. Signed him from Tottenham Hotspur last season, and he is a good cover right back for Francis. Last season we did actually play him at left wing and right mid a couple of games because he is so attack orientated. He's so good at running at defenders. He is literally like a new style of wing back. He is so bloody good. And actually, I wouldn't be surprised if he's actually a right wing back or a right mid card in our team next year. So now we're moving on to the players that we have just signed. We've got Tyrone Mings. I've played him as a left back. He could potentially be a centre back next year, but I'm thinking he'll be a left back. And those stats look insane. He is a very tall, like 6'2". Good pace, good dribbling and physical stats. And he'll be a card that I could potentially use in my BPL team or in my English silver team. Matter of fact, I probably will use Mings at left back because he'll be absolutely fan-bloody-tastic. And we signed him for 8 million for such a young player. Hopefully he's absolutely worth it, and I already think he'll be worth it because he's got so much potential, and he made a fantastic choice when picking Bournemouth to fulfill and increase his career. Now we've got Sylvain Distin, obviously signed on a free from Everton. Now you ask me, this is a fantastic signing, okay? He might not play every single game, but he's got the experience and the knowledge of the game to keep us up. And the fact he's a centre-back is pretty insane. You know, he's been there at Everton for a good, like, couple of years. And yeah, he's going to be a fantastic player for us when he does play. Even having him in and around the dressing room or the training ground and whatnot will influence the players. His knowledge will be so crucial to us staying up. It's a fantastic signing. And again, he'll have good defending and good physical stats with good pace. Now, it's a card that you could potentially use in our team. And now we've got Christian Atsu, who we've signed on loan from Chelsea. Again, a bit of a high-rated player in real life that hasn't really fulfilled his potential. So hopefully at Dean Court in Bournemouth, Atsu next year will do that and prove everyone why Chelsea signed him and why he is so thought after in the footballing world. Good pace, good dribbling and good passing stats on that card. Now we've got Joshua King, who we signed on a free again from Blackburn. Good pace, good dribbling and good shooting. He's literally the carbon copy of Callum Wilson. Now if you imagine Wilson and King up front, that'll be lethal. They're so fast, they always play on the last man. So if it goes wrong with our passing style of play, we can just put balls over the top. We've got players in the midfield to do that. And then with those two up front, we'll just run through and then score bare sweaty goals. And on the last player is Adam Federici, who we signed from Reading. Now for me, he's a good backup keeper. I can see Arthur Borwick being the number one and Federici being the number two. And looking at those stats, he's not actually that bad of a number two. He could be a fantastic player. Obviously, he's played Premier League football at Reading as well, of course, when Reading were in the Premier League. But, you know, Federici could be a good signing for us. So, guys, that is the team and everything in its full. If you have enjoyed it, please smash the like button. If you are new, please do subscribe. If you are a Bournemouth fan, comment down below on what players you think will be rated and whatnot. Now, I only think there's going to be one gold because I don't really see anyone else being a gold, if you know what I mean. Maybe if like Wilson or whatever has a good start to the season, in January he might get like a upgrade maybe to a 75 gold if he's got an informed by them. That's only an if. But apart from that, I don't really see anybody else being a gold. But anyway guys, that is all for today's video. If you have enjoyed, please do subscribe. Come follow me on Twitter and Instagram. The links will be in the description. And yeah, add me on Snapchat as well. That will also be in the description. We can have some fun and we can talk and all that good stuff, which you don't get to do to big YouTubers because you can't get hold of them. But me, I'm around 24 hours a day, except for I'm sleeping. But anyway, that is all. Please like, subscribe, up the cherries, and I will catch you all next time. Adios.